A handful of Afrikaners recently packed their bags and left the country, eyeing a new life in the United States, claiming persecution and dispossession of land, and even a genocide of Afrikaners in this country. But South Africans' rejection of those discredited narratives has been overwhelming. This weekend in Pretoria, a fresh voice emerging from within the Afrikaner community. The civic movement, Betereinders, has launched a new campaign called Not USA, but USA. Their message: Afrikaners are not victims fleeing the country. Instead, they are choosing to stay, to stand firm, and to build a future right here at home. And what better way to celebrate that spirit than the true South African traditions of a good old braai and a soccer match. So if you are in Pretoria yesterday, well, you missed out. You could have joined the Betereinders, the local Afrikaner community, and their so-called, quote-unquote, in inverted commas here, oppressors, and have taken to the soccer field and huddle around the braai fire later on yesterday. So let's hear more about this initiative from organizer Johan Erasmus, who joins me now. Good afternoon to you, Johan. Thank you for your time. We'll show our viewers the visuals coming through from the day you had. It looks like it was a great deal of fun. In the introduction, I was saying that you are saying the theme of your campaign is not USA, as in the letters USA, but USA, as in you, South Africa. Tell me about the thinking behind this campaign.
Well, yeah, good afternoon. So I think the thinking, and sorry for my voice, this was
you lost it yesterday.
One of the casualties of yesterday's soccer and braai. I think Trump ran a campaign that was very much focused on America first and patriotism, make America great again. And we share, plenty of Afrikaners share that same sentiment. We share that same commitment to our country. When I grew up, we used to sing the stem. And we used to say, ons sal lewe, ons sal sterwe, ons vir jou Suid-Afrika. We will live, we will die, we will for us for you, South Africa. Mm. And now that we've gone democratic in 1994, that sentiment didn't disappear. It was only enhanced. That doesn't mean that we don't have issues in South Africa, but that same patriotism still runs through many of our respective bloodstreams. So we are saying the same message back to Trump, to say, not America first, South Africa first. We are passionate about this country and its people. We're not just passionate when the Springboks win. We are passionate. Yeah.
So tell me about, in fact, let me ask you what I think is an obvious question, and I think you've answered it in part. 49, 59, depending on the tally, South Africans who happen to be Afrikaners, well, by design, by the Trump administration, have left the country. I take it that you're not going to be packing up your bags and leaving anytime soon?
No, I mean, Malema cannot sing that song enough times to convince me to go to America. I travel a lot, and I can assure you that whenever I land at OR Tambo, and the East Rand is not necessarily the prettiest part of our country, whenever I land there, I just have this sense of homecoming. And there are Afrikaners who says that they want to go to a different land, to America. There are other Afrikaners who are asking for a homeland, but there are also lots of Afrikaners who are at home in their land, and I am one of them.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about the day yesterday, and we will show our viewers one more time. Where was this in and around Pretoria? I see it looked like a great deal of fun in the video as we play it right now. Where was this and who won? Does it matter who won, or was it a case of South Africa won?
No, it wasn't South Africa won, but it was the Blacks, I can assure you. I don't want to trivialize the farm murders because it's a genuine issue. Yes. But as South Africans, we deal with these things with a sense of humor. So I told a lot of people yesterday that I disagree with the narrative of a white we were humiliated. It was
Yeah.
ethnic cleansing. But it's in Camille drift.
But then, Johan, I imagine that if the game was rugby, it would have had a different outcome, right?
Well, I mean, it turned into rugby a few times because
Okay.
I've got two left feet. I get so annoyed and frustrated that 11-year-old boys are ishiboboing me there. That, I just pick up the ball and bump them out of the way. So it turned out into rugby just out of pure frustration.
Yeah. So, Johan, just in terms of reflecting on the issues and what you're trying to drive with this campaign, is it your sense that as South Africans, and you made the allusion to when the Springboks win, and no one can doubt the spirit that prevails when the Springboks are playing, when there's that sense of unity. But beyond those moments in between, do we interact enough as South Africans, and perhaps do we need to have that conversation to say, we need to know each other enough. I need to visit you and come and sit with you and do what you do and know more about you and your traditions and the things that you hold dear, your fears, hopes and aspirations, and vice versa.
Exactly. So I think we put too much pressure on the poor Springboks to do nation building. It's a responsibility that you and I have. And if the only black people that I engage with are via TikTok, people who say hurtful things or problematic things, then of course I'm going to be scared of black people. Of course I'm going to seek asylum. But if you engage with the real black people, and if you engage with the real white people, because it's very easy to just engage with caricatures of white people as well, then it's easy for politicians and fearmongers to talk about the whites or the blacks or the swart gevaar or whiteness or whatever. But when it becomes Johan and when it becomes Rudolf and Tabang and Sipho, it takes the sting out of what many people on the far left and far right are trying to do. Yeah. So I know that many people will regard what we do as sentimental, but we are still very much committed to the idea of the Rainbow Nation. That doesn't mean that we are under any illusions that we've arrived or that we don't have serious issues in our country. Yeah. But it is through interacting with real people on the other side, learning their story, that, for example, I can appreciate, as somebody from the Afrikaner community that's very moved by farm murders.
Beautiful.
I can appreciate the fact that I'm not the only victim in this country. Yeah. We are suffering together in this country.
Johan, let's leave it there. Next time, invite me, okay? That's Johan Erasmus, the organizer of the campaign that is called Not USA, USA, You, South Africa. Beautiful conversation.